A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, things were not as epic as swinging lightsabers and shooting lasers at planets. This is a galactic grind of HypeTo. We're diving into the darker side of the Star Wars universe. So grab your blue milk and let's fly into the untold stories of the Star Wars universe.
Welcome to another episode of I've been Isekai'd to a fantasy world without superpowers, doing mundane jobs to get borrowed for short. HypeTo! Yeah, in this podcast, if you don't know, we take mundane jobs or funny jobs or stupid jobs, and we talk about them in a different fantasy world every single episode. And today's episode we're talking about is Star Wars. We're going to get a lot of hate from this. We're going to get a lot of love. Who knows with this one?
I didn't wear my Star Wars shirt. My fiance got me a Star Wars shirt. And
you didn't wear it?
I had it sitting on my desk, and then I got jujitsu tonight, so I was like, put on this shirt, and I was like, I need to grab that. Didn't grab it. Yeah, it's a cool shirt though.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know what Star Wars is, it is the Star Wars.
What rock are you living under?
Yeah, no kidding. That's what I said about the Pokemon one.
Yeah.
My hook literally for the Pokemon one was like, if you guys don't know what Pokemon is, what are you guys even doing here?
Yep. How did you get here, you Amish bastard?
So for this series, the Star Wars, we're talking about the Skywalker saga, the 9-episode epic that spans, throughout the journey of the Skywalker family. If you guys already have not seen the newest ones, then sorry, those are spoilers. But episodes 1 through 3 are the prequels. It's about Anakin Skywalker. Then we got episodes 4 through 6. Thank you. The original trilogy, which is about Darth Vader and his children, Luke and his child Luke Skywalker. And then Leia, of course. But
you said children plural.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. His children, but whatever. And then episodes 7 through 9. God damn, this beer. 7 through 9 is the sequels and talks about Kylo Ren, which is Ben Solo, and Rey, who defeats the new Emperor. Skywalker, yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, whatever, Skywalker. But let us know which one your favorite trilogy is. Is it the prequel, is it the original, or is it the sequel, which I don't think anybody's the sequel.
I'm going to take a bat to you if you say the sequel.
No. Which one? Okay, which one's your guys' favorites?
Cooper?
The seat? No.
I have my bat ready.
By far, it's the prequels. And the reason why, yes, I'm biased because that's the one I grew up with, but also because it has the most advanced lightsaber combat.
That's so true.
That is exactly what drew me to it.
That's so true.
And I just loved it so much.
Yeah.
Because you got so much more about
Especially
it.
episode 3 with Anakin and Obi-Wan in their Star Wars fight. That is probably the best Star Wars fight.
Yeah. So, because that was when they started, there was literal weight. Mm-hmm. They were putting weight behind their lightsaber swing. So you could tell, they weren't swinging these lasers. It wasn't like they're swinging these swords made out of nothing. They were hitting with weight and stuff like that. But that's also cool. I'm a big fan of the prequels. And the reason is I like to go into this, is they are written how George Lucas wanted them written. That is his story. It's not, people are like, oh, you're just doing blah, blah, blah. No. This is, the prequels were made how he wanted them to be made. And that was a big thing about why Star Wars, why the first 6 are really good, is because that is Star Wars, right? That was our starting point. This is what it should be. And people are like, oh, it went down after all of those. And I mean, the prequels are really good, and I really like them, but I'm a fan of 4 through 6, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think story wise, I love 4 through 6.
Mm-hmm. But you're at 4 through 6 from when did they re-release? They re-released, was it the 1990s? They got re-released.
I think so.
I don't remember.
I don't
talking
remember
about the holiday special.
Yeah, because they redid a bunch of the animation in 4 through 6 at some point, re-released them. I think it was just on Blu-ray. I don't think they did it in theaters. But the Star Wars animation, the physics and stuff like that looked a lot better.
Right.
Because literally, if you didn't know, lightsabers were just wooden dowels with reflective tape wrapped around them.
Yeah.
That's also what made was cool, because the old style of lightsaber fighting was very similar to kendo.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was
cool.
It was very influenced off
Yeah,
of kendo.
kendo and fencing.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
those two.
so if you don't mind that slow style and that methodical approach to it, it's very cool to watch. But the prequels are just
The prequels action
lightsaber fights.
scenes were spot
Lightsaber
on.
Yeah.
The,
They're
the
so
TIE
lightning
fight,
quick.
the TIE fighters, and all of it was so spot on in the prequels. But story wise, I definitely love the original trilogy.
Yeah.
If I had watched the original trilogy first, my bias would be very different because even though my dad loves Star Wars, but I happened to watch the prequels 1st I just fell in love with them.
You know what we should do one of these days? Just have a watch party of all.
I've been trying
9
to set that
episodes.
up.
Yeah.
Have you? I never heard of it yet.
Oh, well,
it hasn't been in the group
I've been
chat.
trying-
It's got to be in the group
that's
chat.
right. I've been
Let's put
trying
it in the Patreon.
I've been trying to do like anytime anybody comes over for Magic, I'm like, we need to just do a movie night.
We should.
Yeah, I know.
We should.
Everybody brings a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And like, I'll just toss
sure.
like an air mattress out or whatever.
There you go.
Or like a few air mattresses, and then just just do a movie night. It would
We
be a
need an air
blast.
mattress anyway. If I tried playing that one deck again, I just won't die. I don't do damage, but I won't die.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, how each jobs we're going to be talking about. Real quick on the currency of the Star Wars universe. We got Republic credits, Imperial credits, and the CIS credits. One Republic credit is $1. One Imperial credit's worth $4, and one CIS credit's worth $1.50. So we'll try our best to sort of separate when we talk about each world, each faction. So the factions we'll be talking about is the Separatist faction, the Galactic Republic, the Galactic Empire, and then the New Republic.
I'd like to include in the Separatist faction, the Trade Federation is included in that.
Yeah, so it's
right?
because it's an alliance. It's an alliance.
It
So
is,
yeah.
it is a together thing. So
Just real quick for your guys' information, and it was sort of fun researching sort of what they represent. The Separatists represent Nazi Germany. The Galactic Republic sort of represents like the Parliament in a sense. They represent the Parliament. And then you got the Galactic Empire, which represents the Soviet Union, Soviet Russia. And then the New Republic, which sort of represents the New Age, the EU Senate. So that's sort of what you want to base off their government, how their currency, why their currency works that way, and sort of like that. But we won't go too much into their culture and socioeconomics. We're mostly just here to talk about the jobs. Are they dumb? Are they stupid? Or, is it going to be fun? So you guys know how Anakin was a big, racer?
pod racing.
Pod racing, right? How the heck?
This is pod racing.
So where did he find it? Did he build it from junk?
He did.
Right? He did,
Yeah,
right?
he built that
So
himself.
where do you buy the junk? Where do you buy the pods? Well, there has to be salesmen to buy all the shit.
There we go, baby.
Our first job is a car salesman. The current salary for a car salesman is very vast because
It's depending on your sales.
exactly, it's depending on commission. So you don't know how much you make. There is a base salary, of course. There is a base, but the highest you can probably make, well, not the highest, but a pretty good amount. 105K is what our research said, right?
Yeah, that was about the median.
That's the median, 105K.
You're a good salesman if you're making that. I feel like
Oh, yeah.
105,000.
That's also
105K.
taking into account like this area. So for those of you that remember from previous episodes, my father is a car salesman.
Wait, we
thank
talked
you.
about that?
Thank you.
really?
I briefly mentioned it in an
I
earlier
don't
episode.
remember.
Yep,
I
Easter
don't
egg.
remember. Go find it, guys. Tell me which
if
one.
you were paying attention, which John obviously wasn't.
It was like a second, like literally
Yeah.
a second.
Go find it, guys, please. I don't know where it's at.
Plus, we want engagement. But anyway, in the area that we're in a smaller community, so we do not see a lot in the way of commissions from car sales. Granted, we do also have a lot of dealerships, despite this being a very small area. It's
so
like,
many.
what is the point? Dealerships, banks, churches. Why?
So where I live right now, where we're doing the podcast, there are 5 churches in a 3-block radius.
Yeah.
Why? In a 3-block radius. There's no point in it.
Praise the Lord, dude.
Oh my God. Sorry.
I don't know.
The amount of parishioners I have to run over just to get to your way.
We got Jehovah's Witnesses always walking around.
Oh gosh.
I actually got stopped.
You
by
did the very
Mormons
first episode that we
right
worked on.
before we got in the first episode.
You get stopped by
Yes.
walking around.
Yes.
Outside.
No, he was
opening
literally
the door.
walking in. He was opening the gate, and then he just got stopped.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Did you just
Yeah.
go? Sorry, I just don't live here.
No, he was too nice. He was
No.
being too nice.
Dude,
Speaking of which, though, like props to them. Missionaries have a very hard job. Just because people really hate them doesn't mean that it's not difficult.
Yep.
So,
It was funny because my fiance, I work from home, and she was home for like one of her vacations for school or whatever, and I'm in my office working, and I hear someone knock on the door. She goes and answers it, and goes outside and closes it. She's out there for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes talking to this guy, and if you don't know this, me and my fiance are we're very feisty people sometimes, and we say a lot of things jokingly. One of the things she said, she's like, no, the guy asked her, "Do you believe in Jesus?" She's like,
Nope.
"No." "Do you believe in the devil?" "Yes."
oh my God,
Dude,
you can do it, Satan.
the guy gave her a pamphlet and says, "I pray for you every day,
my God.
and you should probably too."
Oh my
walks
God.
away.
You should probably do.
Oh my God.
And she came back and she's like, "I was out there for 10 minutes." I was like, "What did you say to the guy?" She's like, "Well, he asked if you believe in God and Satan." I said, "Yes" to the Satan part. And I go, "That's why he was out there for 10 minutes."
So, anyways, you have to be that good to be a car salesman to be able to talk someone's ear off.
Speaking
The
of
current
which, shout out to the elders that stopped me. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in.
the current requirements, there really is. You don't really need a degree. You have to be good at talking. Got to be good at selling a pen to someone.
Yeah.
Got to be good enough to sell a pen to someone.
My favorite skit, the one from Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty. Yep, that's a good one. Yeah.
Here, give me the pen. Write your name down. "Well, I don't have a pen." "There's supply and demand."
So, how will this job sort of work in the new world? Let's talk about the separatists first.
Okay.
I made a joke on our notes saying we're selling robots to robots. But now the thing is, and I thought about it last night after our research. I'm like, droids don't really buy or sell things, right?
They're a property.
They're property. They're pretty much slaves. So the question is, who the heck are we selling these pods, these fighters, these planes, these jet, whatever you want to call them? Who are we selling them to? I mean, we can sell them to aliens, but you have to remember this is Nazi Germany. How the hell are you buying this?
Jawas.
Jawas.
They can scrap a tank together.
I
but
also
you
got to
can
think,
also-
are you, so like car salesmen, right? Porsche used to make tanks.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's
Right,
true. That's
right.
true.
Was there a salesman going to? I think Germany used Porsche's tanks. I think I don't.
Gotta.
don't remember.
If we had like a fifth person just sitting in the back working on this, they could do all the research.
Yeah, there you go.
We're too broke to pay someone for that.
Yeah,
So.
but, again, like you got to think is like, okay, car salesman can't evolve into weapons dealer.
True.
Very easily.
Very easily. Because
Jeep.
like Jeep.
Yep.
Like a lot of these car companies are weapons manufacturers, so you could be just selling tanks as a car salesman because
Imperial Land
why
Cruiser.
not?
But it's the Nazi Germany, so you're not selling them; you're just giving them to them. Because
That's also true.
Make
You're not-
these now.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Actually, I did the hand wrong.
Don't do it.
No,
Don't do
I
it.
won't do it. But no, again, Cooper was watching. He's like, "I'll punch you in the face." Side of the
We
head.
we just adjusted the yellow balance in the lighting, so please don't make that go super light. Like there's no point
No,
in
no,
that.
no. I will not. But no, it's brutal, man. Especially working for those communist countries
Oh
like
my
that.
god!
Can
Just
you,
working for the separate, having Count Dooku walk in. Make it now.
No.
At least he's a badass.
It'd be
Like,
an underling.
it could be worse.
It would be an underling.
It would be,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like
it's
imagine it's the dude who's like, we don't accept the imperial credits. The dude with the weird like, the guy who owned Anakin.
Watto, yeah, not Watto. Watto, that's right.
Yeah, Watto.
Sure. I don't remember names in there in this movie.
The flying bug.
Yeah. I've heard tell that that was based off of either a Greek man or an Armenian man. I'm not entirely sure of the validity of that. But
Yeah.
speaking of Nazi Germany, there are stereotypes in cinema everywhere.
Always is, always will be.
So so pretty much you're not really selling stuff; you're making stuff.
You're making stuff to give.
Yeah, to give.
Yeah.
And they'll give you, a
that-
reimbursement, and it's worth pennies on the dollar.
Also, we have seen like, I think this was the Clone Wars show does a good job of showing all that. Because they do talk about weapons manufacturing, right? So
I need
and
to
a lot
binge
of
that. I haven't watched that
dude,
in a long
dude.
time.
So the first few seasons don't hold up. The animation's real bad.
Well, yeah, I remember that because I remember watching the first 3 seasons on Disney.
Yeah.
But towards the end, like the animation gets pretty dang good, and then season 7 hits, which was the newest season that released only on Disney Plus.
Right.
And that is phenomenal. Like the animation is perfect. There's a fantastic fight between. I'm gonna spoil it a little bit.
Spoilers.
Yeah, Ahsoka and Maul. And
I remember that.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So I'm also a big fan of Ahsoka Tano's character.
I'm a big fan of Darth Maul as a character.
Because
Same.
Yeah.
To both.
dude, yeah. Well, it's funny because her character development when she was introduced in the movie, because there was a Clone Wars movie before all of it.
Yep.
Just fucking annoying. Just so fucking annoying. But what George Lucas did was he learned from Anakin in the prequels, right? Everybody fucking hated little Anakin. The dude was fucking annoying. Also, for your information, that dude's been arrested. The actor that plays him has been arrested now for multiple charges.
Yes,
I don't know what else.
Yeah, Kid Anakin has now been arrested and been in jail for
Very long time.
sent to jail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Slave boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But
Sorry.
but
Don't find me.
Yeah, everybody hated his character. And they were like, George Lucas was like, how am I going to develop this character that everybody hates to somebody that's likable? Right. And he was able to do that with Ahsoka much better because he's like, I'm going to write a character everybody's going to hate at first, but we'll grow into this like character that has, a lot of intricate, a lot of intricate detail and these nuances that are very specific to that character. Because, if you watch all of the Clone Wars, she evolves from being like this whiny Padawan that's into this actual
always complaining about something.
this actual like Jedi that's like, I have the strength to walk away from something my
Boss
entire
girl,
life,
bitch.
something my entire life revolved around.
Yeah.
And
That takes
it makes
a
it even,
lot.
and it takes it even a step further in Rebels too, where she comes back in Rebels. Which is just Rebels is phenomenal. I will highly suggest that one if you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels. You're like the first season, and you're like, oh man, this is just a kid's show. It gets dark real quick. It gets really
That's
dark.
what I thought about Clone Wars, and then suddenly it's like violating the Geneva Conventions.
Yes. Yep. There are a few points where clones just turn around and start executing people in the Clone Wars because there's an episode where the chip malfunctions one of the clones' heads and he turns and executes this Padawan. Yeah. So they do talk about in the Clone Wars how they almost found the chip inside the clones' heads for Order 66 and everything like that. Yeah.
It's such they go into so much detail. It's so good.
Honestly, highly. That is, I will say that is some of the best Star Wars that has ever been released. Period. Because the writing is very good and the characters are just fantastic in that show. You fall in love. There's characters you like. Man, I hope I see this character in the next few episodes. Or I hope I see this next character in the next episode because they're just like they do such a good job of character growth in that. And I'm going off on a tangent.
We should reel it back in a little bit.
But highly recommend.
It's difficult. I do still want to go on the tangent.
highly.
Like Obi-Wan and Satine. I'll just say that.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Yeah. No. Then next we got the Galactic Republic that we were talking about. And because there was so many hundreds and hundreds of years of peace, that everybody sort of gotten relaxed into focusing on fashion and luxury. So these people, they just want to buy the newest shit all the time. Always buying the newest car. So as a salesman, you're making more than 105K. For sure.
Yeah,
Want a hot pink land speeder?
Yeah, exactly. Well, then, like you also got to think too. You're not just selling land speeders, but you're selling like spaceships, and you're selling like actual vehicles that are like 1-2 person vehicle. Like there's so many different
luxury upon luxury.
Yeah, there's so many different vehicles in Star Wars as well too. Like actual
you're
spaceships.
making bank during this point.
Like what's the name of that planet that it's like the city planet, the nightclub
Coruscant.
planet.
Coruscant.
Not the city planet. That was poor wording on my part. The one where Obi-Wan and Anakin go to the nightclub planet, essentially, where they're driving the yellow.
That's on Coruscant.
Is it really?
Yep,
Yes.
that's on Coruscant. Yes. So Coruscant is the main that is the city planet, right? So Coruscant has like 8 to 20 different levels. I can't remember the number, but like literally it goes all the way to the core. Basically, is the planet, right?
I was misremembering.
In Clone Wars, they go down. They take time and go down into some of those levels,
Gotcha.
and down in those levels, it's like bounty hunters and dark stuff like that. It's like it's not a good place to be. The surface is rich people and like people that have way too much money and too much money to do. Too much money to spend. And then like those lower layers are like working class, and then eventually, like I said, it gets into like bounty hunters and stuff like that. And then and in Coruscant, it is separated again. Separatists actually do have a faction in Coruscant as well.
Yep. So again, you're making bank here. 100%. You are just reeling in the money, selling things to all the rich people, and then taking things from bounty hunters because you have a black market side of you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
you're making everything right now.
It's sci-fi. You always work both sides.
Yes, always.
There's no person I think we've never met in a Star Wars that is like, hey, I'm just all good. I mean, maybe, but
Uncle Owen.
No, but there's always some side deal.
And then we got the Galactic Empire, which is again this the Soviet Union, Soviet Russia. It's pretty much Nazi Germany. You're making things for the state.
Worse.
Yeah, even worse.
Worse.
Yeah.
Oh, because if you don't, you get put in a hole and then in a mass grave. And
Yep. So especially if you see one of the Siths just walking around and you're not doing your job, you're dead on the spot.
It was a very poor.
I haven't tasted blue milk in 67 years. The SS confiscated it.
And then we got the New Republic. People are still recovering from the war. So there's not going to be as much people buying things than just surviving again. But we have to remember, this is the hard part about Star Wars, is that the universe is so wide. You can't narrow down how much you're making because it depends on what part of the universe they're in. Because we talked about the core planets. So if we're talking about like the Galactic Republic and the core planets, everybody's making money. Everybody can spend money. But if we're talking like the Outer Rim, that's where all the because they don't have control over in the Outer Rim.
Well, yeah,
and
far, and it continues. And
it goes
as you
further.
go further, as you get even from the inner worlds, as you get further out, it gets harder. Like you see people they're not policed as well. Like there's a lot of them are bounty hunters, like policing planets.
You know how we should describe the Galactic Republic? 1700 Spain or England.
I was gonna say
like the Inquisition kind of thing.
Yes.
I was gonna say more of the. I want to say what was China, early China.
More like early Japan.
No, they expanded too wide. Wasn't that?
You mean Mongolia?
Mongolia,
yeah,
Mongolians. They expanded way too wide.
Or we can say the
Even
Persians,
Romans,
or Rome, or the
right.
Greeks. It goes on.
They expanded so wide that the center government couldn't govern those outside states.
Yep.
And that's
that's more similar to the Mongolian, but the how the government works is definitely closer to parliament, or how Spain works, or how France worked back then.
Yeah, and I don't think that the Jedi or Sith had somebody that was fucking anything that moved just in order to create a lasting hold on the galaxy.
No, unlike the Inquisitors, where they just sent them everywhere to kill people.
Inquisitors were just
opposite objectives.
Yep.
The Inquisitors went everywhere.
Oh yeah,
and the Jedi very much stayed in their hidey hole.
So, the
Sleepy Yoda. Oh no,
I always find it funny though is when people there's very convincing arguments about the Jedis being the bad guys.
Oh yeah, I've seen those Reddit posts.
Yeah, there's those are very good convinced because
like we were talking about, we could compare them to the Mongolians. They raided everything and killed everybody besides women. Women,
and children too. They went after children.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
So, and then, I mean, if you look at it, the Jedi are the ones that kidnapping kids, saying, you have the power of the Force.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. Anyways, new salary. If you were the Separatist, you were making pennies on the dollar.
Nothing.
Yeah, like nothing. You'll be making weapons and vehicles, and that's about it. You'll be taking, a stipend, and that's about it. Galactic Republic, making in the bank, rolling in the
you're
dough.
probably making $200,000 a year at least.
If you're in the black market, you're making way more than that.
Dude, you're living pretty as well.
Oh yeah.
I will say though, We haven't gotten into them, but if you're working with the Hutt cartel or
Hutt clan, yeah, any of the clans,
something similar.
yeah.
Like if you're in the Separatist era, but you're working with the Hutts,
You could.
So
depending on where you're at, you could be making a
You
lot.
could be, but you have to have connections,
Yeah.
or unless you're dead.
It's a balance of connections and agency.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we got the Galactic Republic. You're making nothing again.
yeah,
The New Republic. You're making the bare minimum, I think.
yeah, you're making enough to survive. At
You can
least.
eat. You can eat.
Yeah,
And you can have government contracts with them and to make some money.
Because, well, again, there was the same thing where they expanded too wide, and so they needed as much, as many, like, vehicles to go as many different places, right? You know, so it was the same thing.
So here's the new question: would you take this job if you were living in the separatist
No,
section? No.
I might.
I might. If I had the connections, I might.
in separatists, nah, you're not. Even in the separatists, if you're playing both sides, you're one of those sides is eventually going to take her.
Yeah, but
If you're
yeah,
playing both
if
sides.
you're playing
Yeah,
both sides, but I
'Cause
mean,
those that aren't playing both sides are typically
So-
playing the bad side.
Yeah, well, it's funny too in Star Wars. In the prequels, they talk about the rich people.
right?
When those guys sell to both sides. It doesn't
Oh, yeah.
matter. It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. Like if you're gonna provide the money, like, or if you're gonna provide the equipment for the money we're giving you, we don't care.
Yeah.
And then
Because like imagine Mos Eisley, like you can still sell to bounty hunters all over the place. They still need ramshackle land speeders and ships and everything, so you can still make your money before you get shafted by Dooku.
Yep.
when the Galactic Republic was around,
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Definitely.
Yes.
That-
I would feel
be-
better about it.
Yeah, that one, you could afford security too.
Yep. Oh yeah. The Galactic Empire. No, I will not. Nope. You could be making bank through government contracts.
Depends where you're living.
I
The
guess.
empire, right?
guess.
Because again, like if I'm a selling to the empire, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
no. All right, I'm getting paid less than ideal, and it's like basically slave labor at
Yeah.
that point, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm living, because honestly, everybody was pretty poor during that time. So if
Yeah.
if you could live in a place where you're like, I can make enough money and stay under the radar, wouldn't be that bad.
True. I guess.
It'd be better. It would be better than the separatists, I think.
The New Republic. Would you want to be a car salesman or a vehicle salesman in the New
That's like
Republic?
that'll be second on my tier list. Of,
Number 2?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it still would.
It's safer.
Yeah.
It's the safe route.
I mean,
definitely.
yeah, because you're making enough money, you survive in, but you're not like you don't have to worry about again playing both sides, like the
Yeah.
good guys and the bad or
Yeah.
whatever. But you are living,
Yeah.
not pretty, but you're living.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
I think it's
Definitely.
possibly the most resistant job out of what we've
Yeah,
got.
it's definitely it's this job that you're gonna survive in the most and it's gonna stay the longest.
Yeah, because regardless of which area you're in, people have to have vehicles. And you could starve to death, but I don't think it's going to happen because the Sith are smart enough to realize that if they want a continual supply from someone who knows what they're doing, that they have to at least keep them alive.
Yeah.
So if you get to the point where you can't feed yourself, they'll at least give you like prison rations or something, I'm sure. That's about it, but
I mean,
you'll keep going.
You'll
mean-
survive. You'll survive.
You got to think too. A lot of those people, excuse me, my goodness, that a lot of them figured out how to work on their own vehicles as well.
Yeah.
So like you got to, a lot of those people became quote unquote maintenance,
Mechanics.
maintenance, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And also made a living off of that
Yep.
too, especially in the Star Wars universe where you see. People bringing their ships in and like, we'll work on that for you. And
Yep.
it's like, you can also buy this ship off of me if you want it, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot more skills you'll have to learn.
Yeah.
It's not just like, I can take what I know and do it over here. No.
No, all the vehicles are different.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. So if you want to work as a car salesman, or a
Smellsman.
vehicle salesman.
Getting a good old whiff. Smells like brand new seat.
So if you're working as a car salesman or a vehicle salesman in this case, and you realize, damn, my clothes are dirty. What am I gonna do? Oh, wait. In every world, in every fantasy world, no matter what world you're in, there are dry cleaners.
Yeah.
Always. So, our job number 2 for this episode is a dry cleaner. This one's fun in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. So this was kind of one I came up with. I gotta take credit for this one because my immediate thought was like, how do clone and stormtroopers go to the bathroom? Right? How do clone and stormtroopers on set, right? They're wearing a black sleeve, like bodysuit sleeve,
Right.
and then putting like the plastic armor. So if you have to go to the bathroom, you're stripping all that down, like trying to get it off and go. Like in universe, I was gonna look up how they go to the bathroom in here.
Yeah.
In universe, what is that like? Does that lead to like clones shitting their pants?
Since technology is so advanced, they will shit their pants, but they have a specific function where it catches things.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That's how I think about it because, there's no way you're taking that off fast enough to actually be able to piss or shit. You're pissing or shitting yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing takes place in space. So how could they not have a function for that?
I mean,
think that's
astronauts have a
rational.
function for that. If they have to piss, they just piss in their suit and there's a catcher in there. So there has to be something that catches. Now, will it suck if you're on a 12-hour mission?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're on a 12-hour mission, you're crawling through a forest, talk like, hey, Cooper, I have to piss. Okay. that
John,
felt
I
good.
shit myself too much. I hope that you walked
So they have what's called refreshers, which are just the bathrooms. How do they use the bathroom? There's a full Reddit post.
There's a full Reddit post. Who's the Redditor?
You shouldn't have to unblur that.
No, no. The dick can pop out at any moment and go freely.
So
I guess. Well, they have the plastic piece around the nuts, right? And the
I
dick right
guess,
there,
yeah.
right? So can you just go and then unzip, right?
Or you just
look
like
at that.
No. So maybe you just open it up. You go.
Yeah,
Here, you just open it.
I do imagine it has like hinges. That was my thought.
toilets
First.
sounds like it just says toilets.
Now, we're not being sexist when we say this because we're referring specifically to stormtroopers, and majority of stormtroopers are in the Galactic Empire era. We're not really referring to the sequel era stormtroopers.
Clone troopers and stormtroopers are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Clone
Also
troopers,
that.
yeah, clone troopers were clones. Stormtroopers were just random people.
Yeah, people that trained. Yep.
Yep. No, I wouldn't even say they were trained. They weren't trained.
Okay, so I guess I am a bit wrong on that as well. The clones, because I was thinking of the clones when I was saying that disclaimer. The clones were from one male person.
Yep.
Yep. And there were,
We'll take any engagement we get at this point. Complain if you want to.
it was Jango Fett's DNA was
Yes.
was the main
Yep.
factor in that, and then there was I think it was the Jedi that commissioned him. I can't remember his name. That also mixed his DNA as well in there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's like the
yes,
Lex.
I
Luthor.
don't remember his name,
It's like
though.
Superboy, the Lex Luthor and the Superman clone. Yeah, it was like how does that work?
Yeah.
But you know,
So the current salary for a dry cleaner is only $30K.
y'all broke as fuck.
Bro, it's the I make more than that.
You have to wash every fucking Jedi's black and beige.
Oh my
It's
god.
just instead
Like,
of tidy whities.
Like I said, like you know, you're getting a clone that accidentally shits himself like twice a week,
You're like,
right?
Accidentally.
or just shits himself.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you imagine trying to clean out those black suits? Oh, the underneath black suits.
dude? No. The
If it's
best,
a clone trooper, just out the airlock.
the best, the best part is the armor's white, so that's the easiest.
That's
part.
gonna stain. Can you imagine
That's why they were doing the colors on the suits. They're covered up with the shit stains.
Oh my god. So if you're in the separatist faction, you're cleaning and polishing bots pretty much.
Yeah.
And you're also cleaning up alien clothes because and then high humans technically because they were we high humans are yada yada.
Yeah.
So but yeah.
Sifo Dyas.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, he was
The
the
Jedi who helped create
Oh,
the
yeah,
okay,
Sifo, yeah,
okay.
because it was Sifo
Yeah, I didn't
Dyas.
remember
Yep.
the name
I
at
couldn't
all.
remember his name.
But yeah, so you're cleaning and polishing bots, or you're just cleaning up alien clothes.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
again, also you got to think too is like some places are like it's fine to just shit your pants or piss yourself, whatever it is. Also,
Yeah, this culture's
defecation of
different.
aliens. We didn't even talk about that.
Oh, boy.
There's so
But,
much
like-
etymology right there that I don't want to go into that.
Well, already dry cleaning sucks because it's like, it's a process to get something dry cleaned. If you've ever taken anything to the dry cleaners, it takes like 2-3 days to go through it.
Yeah.
Because it's very specific how they
Yep.
do it. And it's like, how is this is fabric from some far off planet? How do I clean this?
Yep.
Hopefully, they will have a large like industrial apparatus for this kind of
They
shit.
probably, those
probably-
dishwashers that in the restaurants that do this, right? When they
Yeah.
do everything, they steam everything. They probably have that for droids. They move in, pull the lever, cleans them,
Honestly,
walks off, right?
yeah,
right?
yeah,
They probably
I
have
would
something
they would have
mass.
something like that.
Or at least like a large car wash esque.
Yeah,
kind of
that
like
too,
conveyor
maybe.
belt. Yeah.
I can definitely see that.
But for like the clothing,
Just a guy
I-
standing out there with a hose.
Just hosting, just like,
Just a guy with a hose.
who shit on the droids?
Jar Jar, was that you?
C-3PO looks so violated.
No, I won't tell you the
You ever heard of a Coruscant glass table?
Oh my god. Then we got the Galactic Republic. Again, we talked about they were focused on fashion and luxury.
That would be a big thing there.
There's so many Karens.
yeah.
So many Karens. Oh, can you imagine working there?
That
Some
too.
rich lady just walks in. You see this stain? You guys did the same. This wasn't here when I picked it up. This wasn't here when I. And you're just like,
Yeah, you like that?
You're like, ma'am.
No, it's,
but, oh my god, so many Karens if you were a dry cleaner and just working in the Galactic Republic.
you would make more than 30K.
You would definitely
You'd
make,
make a
more
lot
than
more
30.
than
You would probably make close to
Absolutely.
50 to 75K.
I would probably go
Easy.
more than that.
No.
I would go at least 100.
Unless you're a private dry cleaner.
Well, that's again like if you're like especially in Coruscant, that like the Republic, you probably would be private.
I guess,
right?
yeah.
I would assume you're private because you also got to think the Jedi Temple like has all that already. So like the guy doing your dry cleaning is just a Padawan that just got put on toilet duty for the week or whatever.
I was gonna
Give it
say
up
they
laundry
definitely
duty
make
for the
that.
week.
The Padawan, his chore for the week is laundry duty. He goes like
He goes the
to
old
cla-
fashioned just scrub.
Yeah. He goes to class in the afternoon, and it's like the dry cleaner's closed in the afternoon.
Like, I don't know. Master Yoda told me this was therapeutic, but it just keeps coming. You know?
Master Yoda shit his pants and get on stage. God damn it!
I swear he does this to spite me. I know how. Oh,
I mean, it would be
my
worse.
God. It'd be so funny.
It'd be the worst. It would be worse though to clean the toilets though. Actually, I think it wouldn't be as bad to clean the toilets at.
No.
I think they'd be like
At the
airport
Jedi
toilets,
Temple?
like just.
Yeah.
at the Jedi Temple. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be way easier than dry cleaning.
Okay, I know this isn't part of any of the jobs,
Well, you
but
gotta-
like, how does the sewer
Force
system
levitate
work?
shit. Just
Like, how does the sewer system work in the Jedi Temple? 'Cause
So,
it's like,
so they do. They
have the
show.
sewer?
They show industrial pipes running in some of the episodes of the Clone Wars.
really?
Yes, because
Oh, that's cool. That's
so
cool.
it happens. I think Ahsoka's she's getting basically exiled from the Jedi Order at this point because she was framed for something she didn't do.
Of course.
Right,
Spoilers.
and that's again
More spoilers.
that leads to her leaving the Jedi Order. Blah blah blah. This that and the other. But it shows her running through tunnels like tubes, right? And I think they're sewer tubes.
Okay,
I think they're
cool.
sewer, but like she gets literally like surrounded on the sewer tubes and then rescued or whatever. And it's like, oh, that's that's how it works. And you can see them running all the way down into like the center of the planet and everything like that. So I think that was right, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
I don't see that.
The Galactic Empire, you're just cleaning Clone Wars shit and
Yeah.
Yeah,
polishing
you're
the
definitely
white.
drafted.
You're stuck on the desk. You're
Oh
stuck
my
on
god! Oh my god! You're an Inquisitor walks in. Sew that up for me.
No. My thought with this is someone gets shot, right?
Yeah.
Someone gets shot.
Okay.
Dry clean this so we can give it to the next guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, we have to. Yeah, we're running low on material for the clones. just fix that up for me real quick.
And it's like, dude, this is the guy the guy you grew up with. You
Oh
know?
my God,
This is the guy, like the clone you were like. He was a part of your battalion. You got moved though. Like you knew this guy. You were good friends with. Six or whatever. That was his nickname,
There's
right?
blood on the stamp.
And it's on his thing. It says 6, and he's like, oh God, he's dead.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I know. But like, also you're sitting there scrubbing the blood out of it, right?
Guts or there's an eyeball just on the helmet.
Dude, no, it's got one of the guys that's just because wait, what do they do the crunch in Star Wars? I don't remember if they do it because there's something where I've seen something where somebody's done like a force crunch and like crunch.
That's only in the video games.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's only in the video games.
I mean, still, if it's happening in the video games,
Star Killer.
yeah,
Star Killer.
yeah, Star Killer.
They need to remake the Star Killer series.
Yeah.
They do.
And make it canon because I fucking love Star Killers
Star Killer's
so
awesome.
much.
Yeah,
Anyway,
the guy
sorry.
that plays Star Killer is pretty cool.
Oh,
too.
he's so cool.
Yeah.
He's so cool. I watched all of his interviews.
Yeah, his interviews
I
are
went on that
sick.
rabbit hole because of TikTok. All
Yeah,
his interviews.
because you saw his video of him talking about his interview. It's
Yep.
like, yeah, he's
Yep.
like actually getting into the nerdy
Yep.
stuff. And it's
Yep.
like, we love that guy.
Yeah.
This is what Star Wars actors need to be. Not the fucking acolyte people. Fuck you guys. You guys are pieces of
Have
shit.
you watched it?
No, I stayed away.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch
I'm gonna
it.
sit down and watch it when it's done. But
Okay.
I've already. Have you seen the thing?
Nope, I haven't
about
seen
the-
any spoilers on it.
Can
None.
can I spoil something?
No.
For you? Hey, you're gonna find it really funny, and you're really gonna
I was
hate
gonna
it.
say
Fine,
we literally
why
really gonna
spoiled
hate it.
so much.
Fine. Go.
Lesbian witches that get impregnated by the Force.
Yes.
That is so dumb. That is so
I'm glad you
dumb.
were excited.
So
about
you're
it.
talking. So you're literally talking about the Night Sisters getting impregnated by the Force.
No, yeah, basically.
Oh my God.
Basically.
No,
That
I was
is
gonna
so
say
dumb.
that.
That's
regardless
a
of what
thing
you
in
said.
episode. That's already a thing in episode 3.
Oh
so.
Jesus.
No,
Okay.
I was excited when it was first talked about.
Right.
and
I
then-
thought it was a cool idea because I love the Korean actor.
Yeah,
I love it.
dude. Well, dude, he's like honestly like real cool guy in the cast as well.
I
because-
heard so many good things
Yeah,
about him.
he literally learned English because
He wanted to play this part.
Yeah, because
he wanted this part
yeah.
so badly.
Yeah, he literally learned English.
Oh, not
John,
was
can
he
you
perfect?
mute me right quick so I can tighten this down?
Mute. Titan.
All right, we're good.
All right.
All right.
We're back.
But no, yeah, he's like he learned like I think who's the actor that played Qui-Gon Jinn? I'm terrible with actors.
Liam
names.
Neeson.
Liam Neeson. Yeah,
Oh, I
he was
love
like
him.
he was so inspired by Liam Neeson. He's like, I want to be in Star Wars
That's
because
so
of
cool.
Liam Neeson.
That is
like he was
Too
yeah.
bad it had to be the acolyte.
I
though, out of
know,
all of them.
like, dude, so like, I hope he gets. I
hope he
there's
gets
There's
more-
a few
more
people
parts.
that I'm like, I hope they get another
Yeah.
shot. You
Yeah.
know, like I'm hoping the guy that plays Finn gets another shot, and the Star Wars. Yeah,
John Boyega.
yeah, he's such a good actor.
I will. We'll see if they make new movies. 'Cause the last.
doubt it. I think
it was so bad.
I think the Acolyte's going to be the nail in the Star Wars coffin, though. Unfortunately, I think this is where they're just going to be like, we're just going to kill it for now, and then in 20 years it'll be back, and we'll be all remakes of good.
Speaking
good
of which,
stuff.
our third job, funeral parlor employee. No, that's not it.
That's not it. The New Republic.
franchise killer.
So we got the New Republic. I don't know. What do you think the dry cleaners would even be alive at this point?
no, I mean maybe
for the rich.
Yeah, but again, there's not very many rich people at this point. Like
They're going to be back to their real world salary at this point.
Yeah.
They're barely making
And-
a buy.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of these plants already are like farming plants. You know.
yeah, and they
So-
just do their own laundry pretty
Yeah,
much. so-
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta think that it's not gonna be a very popular
No.
job.
No. So, would you want to be a dry cleaner in the Separatist faction?
God, no.
No.
Yes, because if there was mass cleaning and I just had to pull a lever, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
So I just had to pull a lever. Now, if I broke something, well, I'm dead.
no, I mean, dude, they're mass producing those drones. So
No,
quickly
well,
now.
still, but because I broke something,
That's true.
I'm dead.
John pulls the lever and the lever just falls off. Ah, shit.
You're like, crack.
That sounds like
Okay,
a
I
Soviet
guess I'll
Union.
just hide.
Fuck.
Your shit doesn't work.
Galactic Republic.
Yeah, I would do it.
I mean, if I was a private one, I get paid a lot. Yes, but dealing with a bunch of Karens,
I still wouldn't.
yeah, that's
but
rough.
dry cleaners, I can't imagine dry cleaning just being a fun job in general.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't regardless. Now,
But
if I didn't have a choice, I would choose the middle era
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, making anywhere from 50 to 100K just being a dry cleaner,
Not bad.
not bad.
Not bad.
It's boring, but
Real
not
boring.
bad.
Yeah.
And you can make your hours the way you want them to.
Yeah.
potentially.
Dude, if you want to
So-
serve to the people that go to those nightclubs, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Galactic Empire. Would you work there?
No.
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 No. Having to scrape off my comrade's blood? Nah, I'm good.
Either way, yeah, no.
Cleaning Clone Wars shit?
Yeah.
Nah.
Because, that is a proven fact. When someone dies, they like release everything.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
No.
New Republic? No.
No.
You make no money. Nope.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to live.
So you realized being a dry cleaner was a shit job. You talked to no one.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, you're just sort of vibing, and you're like, nah, I want to talk to people. I want to make some money. And you know what job allows you to talk to a bunch of different people and it's sort of fun?
What's that?
Being a fucking bartender.
Hey.
I'm not going to lie. If I had time, I would love to be a bartender.
I almost was.
Shut
can
up.
tell
I know you are.
Bartending is a lot of fun.
It's fun. You get to
It is
meet a bunch,
fun.
but you
Oh,
have to be able, you have to be social. My social battery isn't very big. So bartender, for what you guys said from research, the current salary for a bartender is 37K.
Does not include tips.
Does not include tips.
It
and
absolutely
you
does
make a lot of tips being a bartender, especially if you're a good bartender.
Yes.
Though. You have to
Okay.
be a good bartender.
You got to be a good bartender. Yep.
And you have to be charismatic. You have to be fun to be around, like the bar we go to.
Hey.
Those girls are a lot of fun. They're good at talking. Talking about Hogan's.
I know.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
they're
I know.
they're so fun to be around.
We like
Really.
Skate too. He's cool.
Skate
Yeah.
cool too. They will never listen to this, but anyways. You don't have to have a degree, but you have to be able to you have to learn how to mix drinks though. You have to be a mixologist a little
Not
bit.
as hard as you think it would be.
Really?
Not as hard. So,
You just pour, shake and pour?
no. Like, so, do you guys make your own like coffee
Yep.
and stuff like that? Like mochas.
Yeah, I
and-
make my own cocktails at home.
Yeah. Once you figure out how to like do proper drink measurements, bartending is not as hard as you think it is, right? Once you start learning proper measurements and what should go in where and how these drinks should be made, it's not super difficult, and which is pretty interesting because a lot of people are like, "Man, that's gotta be rough." There's some drinks that are like, "This is a pain in the ass to make."
Right.
I don't want to fucking make this.
Do you have like a list of things where someone just comes up to you and you're like, "Can I have this?" And you're like, I don't
lemon
know what
drop?
Yep.
Lemon drops are pain in the ass. to
Really?
make. Yeah, those are rough.
that- And they're super sweet too.
Martinis are pretty easy.
Right.
But if you're an asshole, if you come up and order like an espresso martini, you're just a fucking cunt. I'm sorry.
Cooper.
Pardon the
Cooper.
language. But
I
you're an
also make
asshole.
sure I only order it from a specific person when they have time to make it.
Those are espresso martinis are hard to make because you got to make it's you got your full espresso shot and then you got your drink, so that's two different things, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, easy drinks are things that can just be like, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, ice, shake, dump, right?
Yeah.
And that's margaritas are like that, martinis are like that. Moscow mules are really easy as well. Those are simple drinks. Mojitos are really actually way easier than you think as well. So bartending is a lot of fun. I would if you've got time on your hands, it is something that I would recommend if you like talking to people, just doing, because
Nice.
you just learn so much about people and how to interact with people as well.
Yeah.
Because dude, and you also hear so much shit as well.
All the tea. All the tea.
People tell you so much shit, and it's like, I have insider trading information now.
Speaking of that,
government.
be in the separatist faction, and you're hearing all the tea
Dude.
from the aliens
Oh,
and all
gosh.
the governmental officials. You're just like, oh my god, I could get
the
killed
thing
for
is-
this.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
The thing is like, if you're working, you're serving these rich people.
Oh, yeah.
You're serving rich
Oh,
people.
yeah.
You're serving these
You're
rich people.
hearing the tea
you're-
24/7.
You know what deals are going down. You know what deals are going to be. People are trying to cheat out on you.
Bro,
Like,
imagine the police walking in and say, hey, have you seen this person? You're like, yeah.
never admit to anything.
Never admit to anything.
I plead whatever they're.
That's a person.
I can't see. Wait, that exists?
I'm blind. I can't see anything.
Here, let me feel the picture. It's not giving me the right energy.
We need you to sit in this chair. That's not a chair.
But especially being the part of the Galactic Republic and listening to all the rich tea,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That would be the most entertaining.
That would be the most
entertaining.
entertaining without the least amount of consequences.
So
Yeah.
you know, you got to also think there's like regulars to your bar. You
Yeah.
know? Like same thing. You know, bars here, right? They're regulars. What type of gossip gets talked when a regular doesn't show up at the bar? You got to think, like, it's all these rich people. Let's say Lisa doesn't show up for the bar tonight. Dude, so much shit is getting talked about. Like how she cheated on her husband. Shit like that, right? You got to think about that, right? Because that's going to be...
So you got like your circle,
Yeah,
bunch of
exactly.
girls walking
Yeah.
in, they're all talking. One girl doesn't show up, and all next thing you know, they're talking
dogging on her, bro.
They're
And you're just...
bang after bang
'Cause,
after
dude,
bang.
that happens with us. Like if somebody doesn't show up, that fucking piece of shit, they didn't show up today, whatever.
Well, yeah, that's when they don't show
like,
up,
But
but-
like, you know, if we're not gonna be like, oh, we're not gonna gossip about you. We're much worse about that than men.
Girls are so bad. Oh my god, I've heard so much tea from girls about how much shit they talk about their own friends.
Yeah.
We're just like,
It's
oh
crazy.
my god, guys don't really do like we talk shit, but
Yeah,
it's more like
but
surface level
you-
shit.
Yeah, we
You
talk
fucking
shit to
piece
your
of
face
shit. Exactly.
because
Yeah.
we love you.
Exactly, and we're like, if someone doesn't show up, we're like, you are a piece of shit for not showing up, and that's about it.
Hey, yeah, Ty, you
Ty.
piece of fucking shit.
Fuck
I'll
you.
fuck you up, you motherfucker.
Yeah, you guys can tell Ty isn't here. He had other
Bitch.
priorities.
We miss you, Pookie. That's pretty much how male relationships go.
Big slap on the forehead. Mushroom stand. He's mine now.
How do you think bars are going to work in the Galactic Empire?
Dude, exactly. So speaking of like the original trilogy, you know,
Or
when
Han
we
Solo's
first
bar,
we
yep.
first meet Han Solo in a bar,
Yeah.
right? So the way they do drinks there, right, is they had that huge dispenser in the
Mm-hmm.
middle, of course, and I think they had like drinks around like they could make drinks around the edge and stuff.
Right.
But like the main drinks came out of that huge dispenser right in the middle. So you know that's got to be like your beers.
Can you imagine being a bartender in the Galactic Empire and having those dingy bars and you got a bunch of bounty hunters around you?
Dude, it'd be fucking cool.
No,
I
I'd be
would love
scared
it.
shitless, bro.
I love it, dude.
That is where it pays to be charismatic because if
True.
you're not, that's where they always
Don't be an
walk
asshole.
over you.
If
Don't
you're
be an asshole.
loved, then they all like
Yeah.
you. But when
they'll
everybody
protect
starts
you.
shooting Han Solo, do you guys remember that?
Yeah, but
You're,
you
you're
pull
literally in the bar, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna die today. but then after a while, you're just like, they're shooting. Oh, another day at work.
Yeah. Han shot first.
Just don't shoot the beer dispenser. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You know this.
Just show guys. There's a hidden rule here. Don't shoot the bartender. We all love our drinks.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, exactly. Well, no, I think that is probably a general rule in
Right.
bounty hunter bars. It's like, don't shoot the bartender. We want to keep getting alcohol. Like,
And
Hear me out. I actually have a conflicting opinion on the Galactic Republic era. I think that may actually end up being the most difficult. And here's why.
more Karens.
More Karens, and because people are purchasing things for luxury and for
So
leisure,
the expensive.
you have to have more finesse with your drinks. You
Yeah,
have to
that's
wow them with things.
bartending tricks also not as hard as you think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done
Flair
those. They're fun.
bartending.
Yeah, flair bartending.
I'm
And then
still
they-
shit at it, but it's easy to do once you get the
Oh,
hang
that's
of
so
it.
true. Because they love their fashion and luxury. They want the confusing, hard to make cocktails.
So that's
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Ah,
It's like, but if
yeah.
you're doing those things repeatedly, they're
True,
not,
they
they're
become
not
easier.
difficult, right? Like if three people
but
order
you
the
get
same
thrown
thing,
in here. Remember,
yeah.
you get thrown into this world.
Again, but if three people are ordering the same thing, you make that in a triple
True.
drink, right?
True,
You know,
true.
you make that all the same.
Yeah.
But also, this is a place of luxury. You're getting three different drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, let me try that. You know, type thing.
I mean, that's how we are at the bar. Oh, let's try that real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's try this real quick.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Yeah. But we also make sure it's a bar where we can do that.
True. True.
And that's like, once you figure out those drinks, I think it gets a lot easier.
Yeah.
But like those, you know, you're still like, sometimes somebody orders that and you're like, oh, this fucking thing, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Right?
If you want to
Again,
be a
whenever-
good bar patron, learn the drink recipes of what you want to order so that you know not to order complex shit in the middle of a rush.
Yes.
Jack, Coke.
My personal
Jack and
favorite's
Coke.
a B52. If any of you guys aren't familiar with it, a B52 is normally a layered shot of Kahlua, Bailey's, and Grand Marnier. I get it
good.
as a mixed drink, and it's all just swirled together.
So good.
Beautiful, simple,
So we going to the
fucking
bar after
delicious.
this?
We could.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go to the bar.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going.
Fuck it.
Cool. All right. Cool.
Oh, it's okay. We'll be home late. Tonight. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's go to the bar.
The New Republic. What do you think the bartender is going to be?
I think it'd be fine.
I think this one's going to be way more casual. It's like a local bar.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's not some sort. I mean, there are some planets who'd be like a same thing, bounty hunter sinkhole shithole, right?
Yep.
But if you're like on a planet that's been pretty heavily influenced by the New Republic, it's gonna be not bad. It's
Pretty
gonna be
casual.
like a local bar,
Yep.
right? I'm going
Yep.
on the bar for drinks tonight.
Yep. Yeah.
Some place where the working man goes, right?
Right, like a
That's-
sleepy cantina.
Yeah.
right. And it's got to be that place, very cozy, very relaxing. So, and no bougie ass drinks. Honestly, those guys are drinking. Again, working. My thought is it's like the working man bar, right?
Yeah.
They're going to get beers after work. They're all
Right,
getting
it's just a nice dive bar.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, would you guys work? I mean, the Separatists, if you were to work as a bartender in the Separatists, you'll be making minimum.
Potentially.
I think
so.
it depends who you're serving to. I
True.
think.
It depends what kind of bar. If you're going to a
Yeah.
higher end bar, you're definitely serving all the government officials, so you'll be making more. But if you serve at a normal bar, you're making minimum.
Yeah.
I think. Galactic Republic,
Absolutely.
bring in the money,
Yep.
baby.
You're making hella money in tips.
Oh yeah.
This is a job, it's the opposite of dry cleaner for me. I would work this job in any era.
Yeah,
really
I'm kind of the same with that one. Yeah, because I think like if you were remaining very neutral and not getting involved with
Right.
it, you're just gonna have a fucking blast.
Yeah.
You're just gonna
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah. So you guys would work in all four of the.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
definitely would.
Nice. I would too. I would too.
This
I think
is-
it's a lot less secure than the car salesman, but I would still work it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of alcoholics in the Star Wars universe. Don't know why.
Definitely.
Don't-
Definitely.
But
Don't
you
know
also
why.
become an information broker, which is not part of the job description.
Yeah, and you've got plenty of opportunity to make money on the side as well. Yeah.
So we've talked about, you wanna be a car salesman, but you realize, you're making good money, but you're dealing with a bunch of bounty hunters, and it sucks. You decide, I want a more laid back job, something that's more mundane, something that we're working. You decide to be a dry cleaner. Well, you realize you're dealing with a bunch of carrions, and you're like, fuck this. And then you're like, you know what? I want to talk to more people again, but I want to be more casual and relaxed and just do stuff. You decide to be a bartender. You're like, well, I almost died because I was working at the wrong place. So you're just like, you know what? I'm going to work at a place where I could protect people. I want to try to switch it up. And then you realized, this might have been a mistake because I see Jedis taking kids. Oh, this is weird. Have you guys heard of what CPS is? Child Protective Service? Welcome to your new job.
All right, I'll say this: CPS workers already got a shitty job.
Oh yeah,
Not good working. At
already
CPS.
got a bad job. On top of that, you're dealing with the Jedi Order that has power and special powers that you can't really deal with. Because remember, you got no superpowers, and if you did, you would be a Jedi.
Someone gave the Catholic Church laser swords.
Yeah. No, yeah, it literally is, and it's
Yeah.
like not the Catholic, of course, not the Catholic Church now.
You're not
but
allowed
the
to feel
Catholic
emotion,
Church-
and we're going to prey on children.
The Catholic Church that invaded, back in like the 1600s.
Are you talking
Like-
about like the what was that?
Crusaders.
Crusaders.
Yeah,
Like that.
like that Catholic Church. You gave lightsabers, you gave laser swords and powers to move shit with their mind. You gave them the opportunity to go do that, and they're like, "You see anybody with those powers? Take them."
Yep.
And that was like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. So the current salary right now is roughly $60K. The current
Understandable.
requirements are a bachelor degree in social work, a BSW, or a related field such as psychology, sociology, or human services. Or even better, a master's degree in social work or an MSW, or a related field in advanced practices of clinical social work. Some states may require a master's degree for licensing.
Yeah. So, because there's a whole list of licensing
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like requirements and tests and seminars you have to go to
Yep.
to even get licensed as a CPS worker.
Yep.
Don't know about the state that's over there
Yeah.
that we live in. That state's a little less lax on it, but this state in here,
Yep.
very, very intense.
Yep.
Like you have to have a lot of
Gotta
licensing,
have it.
right? But and that's that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
But a lot of schooling as well.
So we have some great notes here. How will this job change in the new world? Well, we got to deal with Jedi kidnapping kids. We talked about that before.
Yeah, no,
Job security.
Job security.
Yeah, I mean, while the Jedi are around, it's a great job, quote unquote, I guess, right? Well, so then the question is, are you starting a mass lawsuit against the
Jedi Order? You just deal a class action lawsuit against the Jedi Order.
That would be nice.
You walk into the room of the council like, I'm serving this subpoena.
You know who's fucking backing you? Qui-Gon Jinn.
Damn straight he is.
He may have been
No,
a perpetrator.
He
but
kidnapped
he's still-
Anakin.
He didn't kidnap Anakin. Well, actually, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he
he
did.
did kidnap.
Yeah.
He bought him. So that's, I mean, a little different. He bought him
was a
instead of
fair
kidnapping
trade.
him.
CPS is still
is
coming
business.
after you for
Well,
buying
you have to
kids.
remember, in the Star Wars universe, you
There's
can
a lot of
buy
slaves.
people.
Yeah, there's
you
a
can
lot of
buy
slaves.
people. It was all legal.
Yep.
So technically, Qui-Gon Jinn didn't do anything wrong. He
That's more
purchased
legal
And then
than
Anakin-
stealing children.
And then Anakin was like, "Why are there still slaves around when you guys exist?" That's a
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
he's like, I want to change that, and then goes murders the entire Sand tribe in the second episode. So yeah, whatever.
Spoiler.
Mass murder. All right, you've had.
You also have to deal with
years.
adults that are substance abusers because you know there are drugs in those worlds.
Ooh, dude,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
there's a
There's got to be
Big
some
one-
good drugs.
dude. Dude, I want to try spice.
Spice.
Whenever, that's the Pike
Oh
syndicate's
my God.
specialty, bro.
Oh, jeez. Man, I mean, all of it's similar. In the Separatists, you're dealing with kidnapped aliens, kidnapped high humans, yes.
You're working for the government, though.
Oh my God, you're working for
Yeah,
the
definitely.
government.
Because if you're
Yeah,
not,
well,
you
you're
are
working for
out
the
of a job.
corrupt government.
Yeah.
And so you're just like, I'm fine with all of this.
I
And it's
have
like,
to ignore all of
yeah,
this.
and it's like, hey, this guy's doing something we don't like. Go fucking get him and make sure he can't come back from this.
Yeah.
Make sure you can send him to execution. Or
So if
something
you
like
want to have justice, you're dead.
that.
Hey, Billy, we're gonna kneecap your father.
yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's
You are sucked in.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. Honestly, there's no way out. Especially
Yeah,
once you commit to the first thing, whatever. It's
Yeah.
like making sure that guy dies.
So it's pretty much the same as the Galactic Empire.
Yeah.
You're working for the state and you're fucked.
Galactic Empire is probably worse because
Yeah.
it's even more.
Kidnapping kids to become inquisitors.
Yeah, right.
Killing a
It's-
whole bunch of tribes
'cause
just to kidnap
that
kids.
was a big thing
Yep.
for Inquisitors. Inquisitors were all kidnapped children.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And again, you're working for the government. You're
Yep.
fine with that. But this child's mom is coming after us because of that. Make sure she gets put in the ground.
Oh, it's not good. The Galactic Republic's going to be interesting because there's a lot of kidnapping of slaves or kids to be Jedis. But at the same time, the hard part is because we saw Qui-Gon Jinn actually buy Anakin, which is legal in the Star Wars universe.
So it's interesting that some families literally sell their kids
Yeah.
off to the Jedi Order, right? Because they're like, we'll give you 100,000 credits or
Yeah.
whatever for this kid. It's like, some families really poor are like, that's a good number. I'm going to take that and, go burn
Yeah.
it all in the casino.
Yeah.
yeah.
So true.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
true.
I mean, still true to this day.
Yeah.
But then there's I don't know if anybody's in the Jedi Order that comes from a rich family. Because
Actually, don't know. Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah,
That's
because
a
it's
really good point.
because a lot of the people you hear about are just they were kids just swooped off
Yeah.
the side of the street or whatever.
Yeah, because they were broke or their parents
Yeah.
died or
Right, and
yeah.
then, big thing for them is this is their only way of life. This is the only way this kid
Right.
is going to survive.
So it makes sense. I mean, the new we got a note in here called Epstein's Outpost.
That was me.
Yeah, that's Cooper.
So
I
they
saw
were
you
coming-
put that. I saw you put that in last night. I had a good laugh about that one.
So the New Republic is you're coming from the war. Buying children may be hard, but kidnapping children ain't that hard.
Yeah, dude. New Republic, the policing
so
was so
recovering.
light, because they didn't have enough soldiers.
Yep.
That it was super easy to kidnap a child. Just look at The Mandalorian.
Yep,
He kidnaps Grogu, or Grogu was already kidnapped, and he gets kidnapped again. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this one's
Oh, okay. So
up?
there are some noble Jedi.
Yeah, upper
Like
class, right?
noble
Count
ranks.
Dooku before he turned, he
was-
was
that's true,
one of
yeah.
the wealthy.
yeah,
yeah,
he was
that's right,
wealthy,
yep.
yeah. He was from a
So,
wealthy family.
That was the first one that I see in here. There were a couple more mentioned, but it's a long article. So
to be honest, I would not want to work CPS.
No,
in the
that's
Star
not
Wars
gonna be a
bad
universe
job.
ever.
This would-
I'm good.
This dude, you'd be either subject to being told to ignore people getting fucking kidnapped, or anything.
Tortured because you
Yeah.
try to do something right.
Yeah,
Or you try to class action lawsuit the Jedi Order and it doesn't work because you die.
Again, Jedi Order will send an assassin after you. They just will not admit to doing it.
Yeah.
It's like, either way, you're fucked.
You're so dead at working at CPS. Just imagine you get hit by Truck-kun, you're transported into.
Yeah. By the way,
Oh yeah, our mascot's Truck-kun.
Hell yeah.
I wish
He
I had.
rocks.
I wish I knew how to use Blender and design art and to actually make a cool Truck-kun.
I am working on a TikTok filter.
Nice.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah,
All
just get hit by a.
For however long we still have TikTok.
That's
true.
leaving.
But no. So I mean, getting hit by a truck and the next thing you know, you're forced into a CPS job. You're just like, oh,
Dude, I feel like a CPS job would not be fun.
no.
Like
in
there's-
general, no.
like because we narrowed it down. Our brand was social work.
Yeah, it was supposed to be so, but that was too much.
Like, dude, being a social worker either too is just hard, man.
It's
like
rough.
there's stories I've heard. Like I used to work with a guy who was a social worker when I worked out at the park, and I heard some stories of some real messed up stuff. Like,
I bet the things that those people see,
dude,
is
those
so
he did it.
traumatizing.
He did it for 2 years. And he's like, I physically couldn't bear doing it anymore. Like, it's the same thing with like politicians. Like they get by like a certain age or a certain amount of years that they physically just can't do it anymore because they're gone through too much shit, too much stress.
Yep.
Yeah, like he was like, there was some nights I just didn't sleep because of the horrors I saw that day.
Yeah. Would you get paid more?
No, I don't. You get paid less.
Even you get paid? Yeah, I think I could see us getting paid less here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This is easily the most dangerous of the
yeah.
options.
Oh, yeah.
Like not only for your physical health, but your mental health.
And your physical well-being.
Yeah, all of it. All of it. So no matter what faction we're in, I ain't working this job.
I ain't working it
Hell
either.
no.
No.
Nope.
It's you're doing too much. You're doing legwork for no reason. I
Yep.
feel like at that point,
Yep.
right? It's no work, ton of work for a little payout, right?
Very, very slightly potential future is becoming an honorary consular for the Gray Jedi. And that's just not going to happen.
No.
No.
I mean, depending how corrupt you want to be, again, like
Underneath the table.
yeah,
getting the
no,
money.
exactly.
Everybody's gotta
Like-
make money.
Like if you could be like somebody that goes around, you get all these cases like, oh, there's this a kid with the force here, make sure he doesn't get kidnapped. It's like, I could work for the separatists and I could work for them and Dooku, there's a kid over here. I want my 100,000.
Yeah.
Right? Like again, no,
You told me you would pay me if you.
exactly. And dude, like even again in the Clone Wars, they take the kids to Mustafar. That was the child growth plant for Sith Lords,
Yep.
right? So they
Yep.
would take Force sensitive children and just take them there and make be evil people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like again, I'm not moving too bad, but I've got morals, and
For now.
yeah. I've got morals, so I would
A million credits.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, again, everybody's got a price, unfortunately. But right now I've got morals, so I'm not going to take the job.
But okay, so let us know what job you would like to take. Would you like to be the vehicle salesman? Would you like to be a dry cleaner? Would you like to be a bartender, which I think I would have a lot of fun with?
That would be
Or
good.
would you like to try to be CPS? So, thanks for joining us at this episode of I've been Isekai'd to a fantasy with superpowers doing mundane jobs to get by, or for short, HypeTo. See you guys next week. Peace out.
Bye.